test in Stata that can help you to identify the significance and the cutoff value if you have a quadratic or cubic function, or even a inverse quadratic or log quadratic function. So this TP test is a substitute to U test that is already there in Stata, but the U test only confirms that there is a turning point and if it's a U shape or inverted U shape. This test gives you more details, and it can be applied to more models other than Stata, other than simple regression also. Okay, so you can just use this command ssc install tp test, and so that it can be installed. Then you write help tp test to open this page. So what I'm going to do is that it has these 5 types of tests to confirm the shape in terms of confidence interval, cutoff value, and significance. And it can be applied on multiple models like quadratic function, cubic function, inverse function, and log quadratic function. Okay, so today I'm going to target only quadratic, and which is similar for log quadratic and quadratic, because in economics mostly we use quadratic function, and you can apply this test on these many types of models. So it means technically it can be applied on many types. Okay, let's go down and let's run some model. So I will there are example for many types of models. So what I will do, I will apply on a panel data model. Okay, so let's go to this command. I will load the panel data equation. So this is a panel data that it will get from online. Okay, so I will move this aside. Now I will, because I need to generate a quadratic function, so I will generate a square variable. So let me create. So this is the square form of total experience. Now regression function is wage as a function of experience, total experience square, and tenure, and it's a fixed fit model. So you can see that it looks like there's significant on both sides, and it is a inverse U shape or inverted U shape function. But we need more details. So what I can do is, so I will copy the command. Yep. So I'll copy the drill graph, and I will just change the names here. So the quadratic function variables. So when you run this, it will take time. I will discuss this graph later on. So first of all, let's come back to the graph first. So first of all, what it is giving, it is telling us it is identifying the equation, the estimation method, and then the equation, then the variables that we are talking, and then it apply t distribution with bootstrap. Okay, and then it has identified that it's an inverse U shape. How do you know it? Because of the coefficient values. And then it identified the cutoff value that after 19.151, the TTL underscore EXP value will have a negative effect. And this is the rate of change of this cutting point. So, and this is the upper and lower limit. So this is the point estimate, and this is the interval estimate of turning point. Okay. So next we go down, that it's inverse shape or U shape. Okay, so lower bound is 0 and upper bound is 28 point. So this test, Sasaluchi test has used these upper bounds, and the p-value is significant in both sides. So it says that it's strong evidence that there is a U shape. Okay. So this is an upper and lower bound for the cutoff value. So it is using bigger intervals as compared to above 1. That was 95%. Okay. Now we go down and we use a fielder interval for extreme point. So it is this turning point extreme values. Okay. So you can notice that this is within the distribution. And then Simon-Son 2018 two lines test. So it has identified this cutoff value. It is same as the previous one. So it has checked for the difference in the slope. So you notice that when it is less than x star, it is positive effect. When it is above, it is negative test. And but above it is insignificant. So jointly p-value is not significant. So that does not confirm inverse U shape. So this is another test. So based upon the bootstrap, mm, this is the upper and lower limit of the cutoff turning point. So this is the detailed discussion. Now we go to the graph. Let's come back and we start with the first one. So it has identified that it's inverted U shape, and this is the cutoff value, and this is the interval, and this is the fitted function on the y-axis. So you can see that it is almost inverted U shape. It's going down, but the data has this limit. If the data expands more, so it is expected to go down. Then this is the slope of the cutoff value. Okay, so it has identified the change in the slope, and you found out that when the slope is 0, it identified the cutoff value here. So it is putting the rate of change of dependent variable with respect to independent variable and put it equal to 0. So it has identified the where the slope is 0. So you can notice that slope was positive earlier, and then 0, and then negative. So, and if you plot that, it becomes this. So then there's a joint plot, so you can use it in your study. So this is a detailed method to confirm your nonlinear relationship, and the graphs are very good quality. If you want to edit, you can press edit and change anything here according to, and you can remove this TP test name, or you can add the dependent variable name. You can say turning point analysis of EKC curve, whatever you want to name the model. And then anything that you want to edit, you can just click it. You can change the color of the line or anything that you want to do. So this way you can edit the graph. So this was the tutorial for today's video. I hope you understood how to justify or explain your nonlinear relationships. It can greatly increase the way you explain your hypothesis, and it can support your nonlinear relationship assessment. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.